because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
Fight, never even cashed a check still. I have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything when everything is okay.
Nah, I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
In a stunning turn of events, Floyd Mayweather is reportedly on the run after ESPN analyst StephenASmith exposed bombshell financial documents during a live broadcast. The documents allegedly reveal Mayweather's involvement in a massive $42 million financial scandal. Federal authorities have reportedly issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who had long questioned Mayweather's lavish spending, claimed this is only the tip of the iceberg. Fans and critics alike are in disbelief as the undefeated boxing champ's empire appears to be crumbling. Developing story. More details as they come in.
Floyd Mayweather has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather. Yo, what's good with this?
What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking
Got
about
it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is beef. You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. It's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's legal and financial battles have often been a subject of public speculation. In one instance, he revealed that his attorneys had advised him to stay quiet about certain issues, assuring him that they would handle everything behind the scenes despite their counsel. Mayweather made it clear that his desire for wealth and luxury had not diminished. He openly expressed his continued longing for the private jets, mansions, and all the opulence he had grown accustomed to. This statement revealed that while his legal team worked on resolving his disputes, Floyd's priorities remained focused on maintaining his extravagant lifestyle. His insistence on keeping his financial matters private, combined with his unwavering desire to protect his wealth, paints a picture of a man who is determined to preserve his status and material success even as rumors and legal troubles swirl around him. Mayweather appears to remain resolute in his quest for more riches and luxury regardless of the challenges he faces. This mindset reflects his consistent focus on personal gain, even in the face of legal and financial pressures, highlighting the complexities of his career and the cost of his fame.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, and of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
StephenASmith has always been vocal in his admiration for Floyd Mayweather, frequently praising his boxing legacy. He emphasizes Floyd's remarkable ability to remain undefeated for the latter part of his career, underscoring his discipline, unmatched defense, and technical brilliance. Smith views Mayweather as a master strategist who not only fought to win, but fought to avoid defeat. His approach was a blend of intelligence and precision, making him a dominant force in the ring for Smith. Mayweather's dominance in boxing goes beyond just the numbers. His approach to the sport and ability to control every aspect of a fight are what make him truly great. Smith's consistent accolades highlight Floyd's contributions to the sport, emphasizing how his methods and mindset have set a standard of excellence respected by both fans and analysts. In the eyes of Stephen A., Mayweather's greatness is undeniable and stands as a benchmark for future fighters.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career.
with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
Once, Floyd Mayweather shifted to exhibition matches after his retirement. The praise he had previously received began to dwindle. His return to the ring, particularly his fight with Logan Paul, drew heavy criticism. StephenASmith was vocal in his disapproval, arguing that the bout lacked competitive merit. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, was not a legitimate threat to Mayweather, making the fight seem more about money than legacy for Stephen. This move tarnished Mayweather's previously impeccable reputation. He viewed it as a cash grab rather than a display of greatness, especially for someone who had dominated the sport for years. The criticism centered on the fact that the fight lacked the intensity and high stakes that had defined Mayweather's earlier career. Smith's comments highlighted how the shift to exhibition matches seemed to prioritize financial gain over preserving the boxer's legacy as one of the greatest in history.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
StephenASmith didn't limit his criticism to just the Logan Paul fight. He consistently voiced his concerns about Mayweather's overall approach to exhibition matches. While Smith understood the McGregor bout, acknowledging McGregor's experience in combat sports, he felt the subsequent exhibition fights lacked merit for Smith. The issue was not about fighting for the thrill or legacy. It was about Floyd choosing opponents far below his skill level for easy financial gain. This, in his view, undermined the credibility Mayweather had spent years building. Smith pointed out that Mayweather's once pristine reputation as a dominant force in boxing was now at risk of being overshadowed by a series of less competitive matchups. He emphasized that Mayweather, who had once fought for the challenge and the glory, now seemed to prioritize making money. This shift in priorities, according to Smith, altered the public's perception of Mayweather instead of being celebrated for his unmatched skills and achievements. Floyd began to be seen as someone who was capitalizing on his fame rather than continuing to push the boundaries of the sport. Smith's perspective was clear. By focusing on money, Mayweather was jeopardizing the very legacy he had once built.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
The turning point in Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career became painfully clear when he was asked why he chose to fight Logan Paul instead of a higher-profile boxer like Tyson Fury. His answer: Logan had more followers. That was the reason Mayweather gave for stepping into the ring with Paul: social media influence, not skill competition or legacy. This response sparked concern among many, including StephenASmith, who saw it as a sign that Mayweather's priorities had fundamentally changed. Instead of fighting to challenge himself or add to his legacy, Floyd seemed more focused on securing a lucrative payday and gaining attention. The move to fight Paul, a YouTuber with limited boxing experience, instead of a seasoned boxer, was seen as a step away from the competitive nature that had defined Mayweather's career. Smith and other critics felt that Mayweather's decision to focus on social media clout rather than athleticism and skill was a clear indication that he was no longer interested in preserving his legacy as a fighter. This shift highlighted how money and fame had overtaken the pursuit of boxing greatness in Mayweather's career, leaving fans and analysts questioning his true intentions.
I fight Logan Paul.
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
At one point, Floyd Mayweather held the title of the highest-paid athlete in the world, not just in boxing, but across all sports. This status wasn't merely a reflection of his success in the ring. It was the result of his strategic thinking and perfect planning, his ability to generate wealth through lucrative fights. Smart business decisions and promotional ventures earned him widespread respect. However, as new details and rumors about his finances begin to surface, the image of the flawless fighter and businessman is starting to crack. Mayweather, once admired for his disciplined approach to his career, now faces growing scrutiny. Questions are being raised about how he manages his fortune, with reports suggesting that his financial situation may not be as secure as it once appeared. The man who used to boast about his wealth and flawless financial strategy is now under the microscope, and some wonder whether his show of opulence is built on solid ground or if it's masking deeper financial issues. As these revelations unfold, they cast a shadow over Mayweather's legacy, forcing fans and critics alike to reconsider the true cost of his success. What was once seen as brilliance is now being questioned.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down.
Logan Paul has publicly stated that he plans to take Floyd Mayweather to court over unpaid earnings from their June 2021 exhibition match. Paul alleges that he is owed between $1 million and $3 million in pay-per-view revenue, which he claims was withheld by Mayweather's team in a 2022 interview with TMZ Sports. Paul confirmed his intention to pursue legal action, expressing frustration over the situation. Mayweather, on the other hand, has denied these allegations, asserting that Paul has been fully compensated for the fight. The dispute centers around the distribution of earnings from the event, with Paul accusing Mayweather of mismanaging the funds and failing to honor their financial agreement, despite Mayweather's claims that such issues are common in the boxing industry and that payments can take time. Paul remains adamant about seeking legal redress for what he perceives as a breach of contract. The ongoing legal battle highlights the complexities and potential pitfalls of financial arrangements in high-profile exhibition matches.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather's relationship with the law has always been a complicated one, and his financial success hasn't shielded him from legal troubles over the years. He has found himself entangled in various legal issues, even spending time in jail for different offenses despite his immense wealth. Mayweather has openly discussed how he feels a lack of freedom, emphasizing the personal cost that comes with his fame and fortune. His struggles with the justice system reflect more than just a few isolated incidents. They seem to hint at a recurring pattern often tied to his financial decisions and lifestyle choices, from legal disputes over unpaid debts to accusations stemming from his extravagant lifestyle. Floyd's legal issues have often followed him, casting a shadow over his achievements in the ring. His ability to generate wealth has undoubtedly been impressive, but it has also created a set of challenges and consequences that can't be ignored. These legal troubles, paired with his occasional brushes with the justice system, reveal a side of Mayweather's life that many don't often see. The price of fame and fortune and the burdens that come with it despite his success. Mayweather's legal history suggests that his journey has been far from smooth.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye, you know. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, you know, and my children.
Rapper 50 Cent has also shared his version of events, shedding light on his involvement with Mayweather during a challenging time when Floyd was incarcerated. 50 Cent took control of Mayweather Promotions, managing the business side of things while Floyd was behind bars. The rapper played a crucial role in keeping the company afloat, investing millions to ensure its success. However, when Floyd was released, 50 Cent claims Mayweather failed to recognize his contributions, allegedly forgetting the financial support and not repaying the money 50 had invested. This story further highlights the complexities of Mayweather's relationships, particularly when it comes to financial dealings. It seems Floyd's legal and financial troubles have not only affected his public image but also strained personal ties. The situation with 50 Cent paints a picture of how Floyd's decisions, both in and out of the ring, have led to conflicts and betrayals that complicate his legacy. Floyd Mayweather's response to 50 Cent's claims was simple. He never asked him to step in and manage Mayweather Promotions during his time in jail. This statement reinforced a narrative that Floyd often prioritizes his personal interests over loyalty and business commitments by dismissing 50 Cent's contributions. Mayweather further solidified his reputation for disregarding the people who helped him along the way. This response exemplifies a pattern of behavior where Floyd's focus on self-preservation and financial gain seems to overshadow the importance of relationships and obligations, leaving a trail of strained partnerships behind.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, I was concerned about him because I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would call a friend would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that I feel like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. He can do anything and they still stay there because it's like
Yes, man. Right. 11 Daus, adding more fuel to the fire, former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen exposed an uncomfortable truth about the Mayweather versus McGregor fight. He claimed that the event was not as financially successful as it appeared, revealing that many of the seats in the arena were deliberately left empty and filled with people dressed to make it seem like the venue was sold out. As someone who covered the fight live, Sonnen openly criticized the illusion created by Mayweather's PR team, pointing out the empty seats that viewers didn't see on television. He recalled how he was told it was a record-breaking event, but the reality was far different. Sonnen even shared his personal experience, mentioning that when his mother decided to attend, he saw the truth firsthand. Despite the fight being marketed as a sold-out spectacle, thousands of seats were vacant. This revelation led Sonnen to acknowledge the presence of fake news within the world of sports promotion, illustrating how image management and hype were prioritized over actual attendance and success despite these truths. The fight's record-breaking. Pay-per-view numbers are still touted as the biggest in boxing history, with promoters continuing to claim victory even when the live audience didn't align with the narrative.
You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was, people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so well.
All anybody's talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big it draws, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring
it's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.